I stand up and it was Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's been so long that I've been up here on YouTube. I had to take a little break, but I would like to share some news with you guys. But let's just get into this video. So on June 11th, it was a normal day. I was getting ready for work and I felt fine, you know. I just felt like a normal person. I had my 6-year-old with me. She came to work with me, but I only went there for half a day because I had to pick up my oldest from the bus stop. So like I said, you know, got to work, felt fine, did what I had to do. I ended up leaving. I ended up stopping somewhere, and then I ended up coming home. So around like 11 o'clock or 11:15, my stomach starts to hurt. So I didn't think of it, you know, I'm just thinking like I had to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. But I also had like cramps, and I'm thinking like, oh, I'm about to, you know, get my cycle or something like that. And, you know, like I said, I didn't pay no mind, so the day was going, you know, fine, you know, just had a little stomach pain or whatever. So then I ended up taking a bath, and then I ended up taking a shower after, got myself together. As I'm getting ready, I ended up feeling more like cramps, and I was like, this don't feel normal. So I'm like, okay. Ended up leaving, getting in my car, going to go get my daughter. I didn't even make it up the hill when I tell y'all. I had to turn back around because, like I said, my stomach was hurting. It started to hurt like really bad. So I was like, oh, maybe I have to go to the bathroom. So I get back to the house and I'm like, okay, something's not right. So I ended up getting out the car. I come in the house. Mind you, I have my 6-year-old with me. She sees that I'm in pain. And she knew something was up because she gave me like that stare. So I was like, I'm okay, Aubrey, you know, mommy's fine, just, you know, sit down, whatever. So I ended up sitting down in the living room. So in my house, I have 2 bathrooms. So I was downstairs. So not even 2 minutes passed by. I ended up feeling something, and I went to go like touch to see what it was behind my pants. I'm like, oh my God, it seemed like I just peed on myself. So I ended up running to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom and I felt better after I did that push and TMI, sorry. And then I was like, okay, yes, I feel so much better. Then all of a sudden, I feel something else coming out. I'm like, what is this? So mind y'all, don't come for me. Where my bathroom, I had the lights off, but I had the blinds like open just a little bit, not too much. So when I went to go see what it was, I stand up and it was a baby with my mug on me coming out of me, and I could not believe what I was seeing. I was like, whoa. So I ended up calling my neighbor, and she ended up coming, helping me, you know, wrap the baby up in the towel, and she ended up calling 911. And all I could think about was eating, and they were just like, my neighbor was looking at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, no, I'm like really hungry. And I was like, I wanted a muffin. But mind you, I couldn't get the muffin right then and there. So she ended up opening the door and stuff for the ambulance or whatever. But they ended up taking baby. He was born at 12:15. But like I said, like all this came so fast, I couldn't even process it. Like I didn't even know I was pregnant. And a lot of people said I should have been on that show. I didn't know I was pregnant. So, you know, I'm just thinking in my head, like, what am I gonna do? Like, I got another baby. You know, I gotta get stuff for the baby and stuff like that. You know, just things just run through my head at that time. So they ended up, the baby ended up leaving before me because they had to bring him to the hospital. Oh, by the way, it's a little boy. Sorry, I forgot to mention that part. It's a little boy. He was born at 25 weeks, so that means he was 6 months. So he was 25 weeks and 3 days old. And they ended up and I'm just still sitting there waiting until they get me on the stretcher to bring me out. But all I could think about was eating. Back, big back, big back. But they were like, oh, you can't eat and stuff like that. I'm just like, okay. So they put me in the ambulance and I'm going to the hospital. And, you know, I was just explaining to them what had happened and stuff like that, and they still couldn't believe what happened. So I get to the emergency room, and it's about at least 15 people waiting there for me, nurses and doctors. And yes, I was a little scared, and all I could do was just like take deep breaths and just pray because I already know I was in good hands. They ended up taking my blood pressure, checking my sugar and all that stuff, and my blood pressure was just a little high, but not too high. It was just because I was in shock and stuff like that. But you know, as the days progressed, when I was in the hospital, my blood pressure went back to being normal. Okay, guys, I'm back. My camera ended up dying, so back to what I was saying. I was in the emergency room part. You know, they ended up cleaning me up, fixing me up, and ended up bringing me to my floor. And the doctors, social workers, you know, you name it, all of them were coming in, talking to me, asking me how I was feeling and stuff like that. And I told them I was feeling fine. I felt normal. I didn't even have no, like, hardly no pain, nothing. So I'm just like, wow, this was just amazing. And I thank God for that as well. And, you know, they're just asking me if I need anything, just let them know and stuff like that. So I ended up staying for like 2 days. But I also had like an infection. My levels were a little high, so they said like if it doesn't go down, then I'm gonna have to stay an extra day. And I pray to God that, you know, my numbers will drop, but they ended up dropping, so I was happy. I got to go home. But yeah, and then also the doctor also told me that I had a cryptic pregnancy. So basically, you can have your period, you have no symptoms at all, and you just feel normal. And somebody else told me about that as well, and I didn't believe it. I was like, oh wow. And now look at me, it happened to me. So I'm just thankful and blessed that baby and I was okay, and we still are okay, because usually babies don't make it. The doctors were telling me that, and I was like, wow. So they were all just saying that, you know, baby is very lucky. I don't like saying lucky, but I like to say blessed instead. So, excuse me, I'm just thankful and happy. But other than that, the baby now, he weighs 2 pounds and 8.1 ounces. He's long. He's doing really good. He had to get 2 different surgeries. He pulled through by the grace of God. And he's just this cute little thing. He showed us over the months that, you know, he's been in the hospital. He's been showing us his little personality and stuff like that. And he does not like to be touched, because usually when he get his care done, he just, hands be all over, legs be flying and stuff. Not flying, but moving everywhere. So, you know, they have to tuck his arms in and stuff like that, but it does not work. They end up coming right out. So, but when I do like hold him and stuff, and I like swaddle him, it's like he feels like so comfortable. His arms, he'll keep his arms in with me, but like if he's in the little incubator thingy, he's moving everywhere. So, but I'm thankful and glad that he's able to do those things, because there's some babies that won't move a lot. So yeah, but I wanted to come up here and share my story with you guys. And if you guys have any questions, just leave it down in the comments, and I will try to get back to you guys. But you know, it's still a lot to process. You know, I gotta get things for the baby, and you know, it's just a lot. So we're gonna be fine. But I'm just waiting for him to get better so he can come home, because everybody's ready to meet little man, and he's just the sweetest little thing. And also my pastor came up to pray for him, and I asked him if he could be the baby's goddaddy, because he's been there from day one, and I really appreciate him. And he told me that he'll be his goddaddy, so that made me really happy. So thank you, Pastor Vic. Other than that, you know, I'm feeling good. I go back to work like, well, 3 more weeks or 4 weeks, but I took some extra time off, because usually they'll say like 6 weeks. So I took extra time off so I could, you know, see baby and spend time with him and have that bonding. But yeah, but like I said, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. And I will give you guys another update soon. And, you know, just continue to keep me and baby in prayer, and everything's going to be okay. But thank you guys, and I will see you guys very soon. All right. Make sure you guys hit that button. Make sure y'all subscribe, and make sure y'all have y'all post notifications on, so y'all will not miss a notification from me. But yeah, so thank you guys, and I will see you soon. All right. Bye.